Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki jai, Shri Gaura ki jai, Shri Prahlad Nisingare ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, today we are reading Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Madhya-līlā, chapter 20, verse 366. Please repeat after me. You have here, if you want to read it. Prabhu kahe chaturali chada sanatana shaktya veshavatarera shuna vivarana. Prabhu kahe chaturali chada sanatana. Prabhu kahe chaturali chada sanatana. Shaktya vesha avatarera shuna vivarana. Shaktya veshavatare shuna vivarana. Prabhu kahe chaturali chada sanatana. Shaktya veshavatare shuna vivarana. Jai, please repeat yourself. Chant. Prabhu kahe chaturali chada sanatana. Shaktya veshavatare shuna vivarana. Prabhu kahe chaturali sanatana. Shaktya veshavatare shuna vivarana. Somebody else? Prabhu kahe chaturali sanatana. Hare Krishna, thanks. Prabhu kahe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Chaturali, very intelligent argument. Chada, give up. Sanatana, O Sanatana. Shaktya Vesha Avatarera, of the especially empowered incarnations. Shuna, here. Vivarana, the description. Translation of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, O Sanatana, you must give up your intelligent tricks. Just try to understand the meaning of the Shaktya Veshavatara. So this shloka doesn't have a commentary, so I will read on until I get a commentary. Shaktya Veshavatara Krishnara Asankhya Ganana Digdarshana Kari Mukhya Jana. There are unlimited Shaktya Veshavataras of Lord Krishna. Let me describe the chief among them. Shaktya Veshadui Rupa Mukhya Gauna Deki Sakshat Shakti Avatara Abhasya Vibhuti Liki. Empowered incarnations are of two types, primary and secondary. The primary one is directly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is called an incarnation. The secondary one is indirectly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is called Vibhuti. Sanakadi Narada Pritu Parashurama Jivarupa Brahmara Avashavatara Nama. Some Shaktya Veshavataras are the four Kumaras, Narada, Maharaj Prithu, and Parashurama. When a living being is empowered to act as Lord Brahma, he is also considered a Shaktya Veshavatara. Vaikunte Shesha Dhara Dhara Ye Ananta Eimukyava Shavatara Vistare Nahyanta. Lord Shesha in the spiritual world of Vaikunta and in the material world Lord Ananta, who carries innumerable planets on his hood, are two primary empowered incarnations. There is no need to count the others, for they are unlimited. Sanakadya Jnana Shakti Narada Shakti Bhakti Brahmaya Srishti Shakti Anante Buddharana Shakti. The power of knowledge was invested in the four Kumaras, and the power of devotional invested in the power of devotional service, Bhakti Shakti, in Narada. The power of creation was invested in Lord Brahma, and the power to carry innumerable planets was invested in Lord Ananta. Sheyesva Sevana Shakti Pritute Palana Parashurame Dushta Nashaka Virya Sancharana. The Supreme Personality of Godhead invested the power of personal service to Lord Shesha, and he invested the power to rule the earth to King Prithu. Lord Parashurama received the power to kill rogues and miscreants. Purport. Oh, finally. Purport. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4:8, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam. Sometimes the Lord invests his power to rule in a king like Prithu and enables such a king to kill rogues and miscreants. He also invests his power in incarnations like Parashurama. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagaragram Tarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for attending this Caitanya-caritāmṛta class. Unfortunately, I don't speak German, so I will speak in English. You understand English, no? Good. So we are reading here Caitanya-caritāmṛta. A chapter entitled The Lord Instructs Sanatana Goswami, also called Sanatana Shiksha. So Caitanya-caritāmṛta is very advanced scriptures. We take in consideration the four main scriptures, which are Bhagavad Gita, then Srimad Bhagavatam, then Caitanya-caritāmṛta, and Nectar of Devotion or Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So especially these four scriptures are essential to our schools because they represent, there is a Vaishnava school, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata school, school of Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, then there is Gaudiya, school of Gaudiya, represented by Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Ki Jai, written by who? Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, yeah. And then there is a school of Rupanuga, represented by Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or Nectar of Devotion, compilation, Prabhupada compilation, Nectar of Devotion, and originally written by something, Rupa Goswami, yes. So these are our four schools presented by Srila Prabhupada, and that we try to explain, to understand. And Caitanya-caritāmṛta is very advanced. The first we begin with Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita explains the general Vaishnava philosophy of there is Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma, and Bhakti. So there are three main things, Ishvara, Jiva, and Prakriti, and three relations. So Ishvara is God, Jiva is the living entity we are, and Prakriti is nature. There are three vastu, three objects. And three relationship, Ishvara and Jiva is relationship of Bhakti. Jiva and Prakriti relationship is karma, and Ishvara Prakriti relationship is kala, time. So this is explained in general Vaishnavism. All Vaishnava schools, Ramanuja, Madhva, Vishnu Swami, Nirbarka, all they accept this. Today I think it's also the appearance of Ramanuja. No? Ramanujacharya is Vaishnavacharya. So this is the school. Gita, Bhagavad Gita presents the schools of Vaishnavism. And there is also a school of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a little specific. Because Vaishnavism means there is Vishnu and there are incarnation of Vishnu, like Dashavatar, Ram, Nisimha, Varaha, Kurma. And then the Bhagavata school, Srimad Bhagavatam, is specific because it explains there is one Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is not Vishnu, but is Krishna or Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he is the Supreme Vasudeva Paramgyanam, Vasudeva Parandaha, Vasudeva Parodormo, Vasudeva Parangati. Krishna je Vasudeva je Devaki Nandanayacha, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So this is the school of Bhagavata. And then the next school is Gaudiya, which is explained here in Caitanya-caritāmṛta. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is an incarnation of Krishna who came in Kali Yuga. And in this Madhya-līlā, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, is teaching, he's giving many instructions to different devotees. Like the Sarvabhauma Shiksha, his conversation with Sarvabhaumacharya, Ramananda Shiksha, with Ramananda Roy, Sannyasi Shiksha, teachings to Prakashananda Saraswati, Rupa Shiksha, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Shiksha, which is this chapter. A lot of shlokas, they are like more than 400 something. We are here 366. So very big chapters in which Lord Chaitanya captures Vaishnava philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and connects to our Gaudiya philosophy. And he is giving very important teachings in this chapter. Like Sanatan Goswami, he is one of his main disciples. There are 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Rupa, Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva, Gopal Bhatta, Das Raghunath. 6 Goswamis, and one is Sanatan Goswami. And he met Lord Chaitanya here in Varanasi. So Sanatan Goswami, he was a minister in the Muslim government of Bengal Sultanate. The Sultan was Nawab Hussain Shah. So Rupa and Sanatan, there were 2 ministers, Dabir Kas and Sakar Malik. And before that, they were named Amar and Santosh. So somehow they were forced to rule the Muslim government, which was anti-Vaishnava in a sense, no? Because they were attacking Orisha, kingdom of Vaishnava kingdom, no? When Jagannath Puri is there, no? And these 2 Vaishnavas, Rupa, Sanatan, they were employees, they were important minister, like the main secretary and foreign affairs, something like that. Ministers, yeah? Ti se strinjaš, Mataji? No. She agrees, yeah. And then, but they didn't like it, no? So they wanted to escape. So Sanatan Goswami, he didn't want to serve anymore, because this Muslim king, he was attacking Vaishnava kingdoms and destroying temples. So he didn't like it. So the king, now Hussain Shah, put him in prison. But Sanatan Goswami was very rich. He had certain amount of money in the bunker, to the bank. So he bribed the jailkeeper. He gave him 7,000 gold coins. And they make some trick, like he was going to the Ganga. So the jailkeeper said he just jump in Ganga and drowned. But Sanatan Goswami escaped. So he had the remaining 8 gold coins, and he went to Vrindavan to start a new life, because his material life was finished. He was rejected by Brahmanas, by Hindu religion, no? Because he accepted the Muslim service. And also the Muslims rejected him. No? He was in prison. He didn't want to collaborate anymore. So he went to, and he finally, they slept in one hotel, and he gave 7 coins to hotel keeper, not to kill him, because the astrologer told him that he has some gold. And Sanatana Goswami he saw that he was a very expert diplomat, politician, very intelligent person, and he saw the behavior of this hotel keeper, and he just handed 7 gold coins. And then he proceeded to his, some cousin somewhere, and he was given some expensive blanket. And then finally he came to Varanasi, to the house of Tapan Mishra, Chandrasekhar. There were Chandrasekhar and Tapan Mishra. 2 Vaishnavas in Varanasi. If you go now to Vrindavan, to Samadhi of Sanatana Goswami, you've been there. Sanatana Goswami, there is Radha Madan Mohan, and down on the hill, Vadashaditya Tila, and down there is Samadhi, and there is also 2 small Samadhis, Chandrasekhar and Tapar Mishra there on the side, if you do parikram. And there was some person on the doorsteps, no? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew it, and he was inside in the house of Chandrasekhar, and said, "Go and see, there is some Vaishnava on the door." Chandrasekhar went there, and he saw there is no Vaishnava, there is one dervish, the one Muslim mystic is there, beggar, Dharavesha, no? They call it dervish. No, they're very liberal, these Muslim Sufis, no? Also in Bosnia, I'm close to Bosnia in Slovenia, we are this Yuga Dharma team. So they're also there, they're making this circular dance, and they like devotees, they took Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, they read, they like liberal Muslims. So Chandrasekhar said, "No, there is one dervish on the door, one with long hair, with beard. There is no Vaishnava there, no?" And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, there is Vaishnava, come and take him in. He's a Vaishnava, no? So in this way, Sanatana Goswami came to meet Lord Chaitanya, and they had a very sweet exchange. And after Sanatana Goswami got shaved, and bathed in Ganga, he became officially a Vaishnava, officially. And then they had this conversation, Sanatana Shiksha, and they talk about Lord Chaitanya and Sanatana Goswami, they talk about all kinds of things. Vaishnava philosophy from Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam philosophy, and also related to Chaitanya Gaudiya philosophy. No? Like at the beginning, Sanatana Goswami said, "Ke ami, who am I? Why am I suffering the 3-fold miseries? Adi Daivika Klesha, Adi Bhautika Klesha, and Adi Atmika Klesha." Yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "You are not this body, your spirit, soul." Brahma, he said, "Jivara Svarupa hoy, Krishnera Nityadas, Krishnera Tathasta Shakti, Beda Abeda Prakash." He said, you're not, he said, Sanatana Goswami, they consider me a very learned man, but I don't know who am I. No? I think I'm this body, I was a government official, I was a member of Sarasvata Brahmin community, and I lost it, and I have an identity crisis also in one sense. No? Who am I? Am I a member of a sect, religion? No, who am I? Am I my social position? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, you're a spirit soul, and the Svarupa, the position, the constitutional ontological position of the soul is to be a servant of Krishna. A marginal tata staha shakti, the marginal this living entity is a marginal position between he can take shelter of material energy or spiritual energy. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are many shlokas, he explained all this. Brahmando, Brahmite, Kona, Bhagya, Vajin, Guru Krishna Prasada, Poil, Vakti Lota Beach. And this living entity is taking shelter of Krishna, and then is accepting the philosophy. He's quoting also Bhagavatam, Vadantita Tatvadidas Tattvam Yajgyanam Advayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan Iti Shabdyate. So there is Brahman, there is Paramatma. In this material world, God is residing in every heart, in every atom. And there is also Bhagavan, which is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he descends. Then he speaks, to skip there many, we don't have time, many things. And then Lord Chaitanya speaks, there is Krishna descends to material world. And it's called avatar. Avatar means one who descends in the original spiritual body. But then Srila Prabhupada translates this, he uses both terms, avatar and incarnation. So this term incarnation here, we have in this shloka 6-7 times, it's a Christian term. Carne, what is the meaning of carne? Huh? Meat, flesh. So verbum incarnatium, first chapter of John Gospel, the word become flesh and live among us, full of grace and so on. So it's an idea that when God descends, he assumes a material body. But we have a better term, is avatar. Avatar means that God, when descends, he doesn't take a material body, but he comes down in an original body. No? And this is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Avajananti mamuda, manushintanu mashitam, parambhava majanando, mama bhuta maheshwaram. The fools, they deride me when I come in my original body. Manushim tanu, because it appears like human body. Manushim tanu mashit. But they don't know my supreme origin. Parambhavam ajanando, mama bhuta maheshwaram. That this body, apparently human, is the supreme controller of all universes. So Krishna comes in incarnation, and then Lord Chaitanya, he mentions there are 6, I don't know, somewhere back. There are 6 incarnations. Jai Shri Prahlad Nishingadev ki Jai. Jai. So there are 6 incarnations. The first, actually, Lord Chaitanya explains that they're like Krishna and Balaram, and there is a first Chaturvyuha, second Chaturvyuha, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And he mentioned difference in the spiritual worlds. They are Vaikuntha planets with 4 arms, and he is mentioning different weapons in different hands of different Narayana features. And then he says this second Chaturvyuha descends to material world. So Vasudeva, this Krishna Vasudeva, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, he stays outside. Damna Svena Sata Satyam Param Dimahi. He is outside. And then Pradyumna, Sankarshan, and Aniruddha, they become Purushavatara. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. And then there is a Gunavatara, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. And then he mentions Lila Avatara, Purushavatara, Gunavatara, Lila Avatara, Manvantara. And then Yuga Avatara. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya is also Yuga Avatara. Actually, Sanatana Goswami mentions Yuga Avatara, golden. You came in a golden form because there are 4 Yuga Avataras: white, Hamsa; red, Yagya; blue, bluish, Vasudeva; and golden, Chaitanya. And Sanatana Goswami then mentions in the previous verse the second, 65 must be. The incarnation of Krishna for this age is indicated by 3 symptoms. Please confirm this definitely so that all of my doubts will go away. So Sanatana Goswami is asking him, so you are that, admit that you are Krishna himself. And in this shloka 66, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "O Sanatana, you must give up your intelligent tricks. Just try to understand the meaning of the Shakti Avesha Avatara." So then Lord Chaitanya is talking away. No? Sanatana Goswami is trying to tell him, you say about this Yuga Avatara in Kali Yuga, who brings the holy name. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just give up your intelligence. He skips, he talks away. Let's speak about Shakti Avesha Avatara. No, don't complicate. No? It was a very dynamic conversation. Many topics, I think it lasted 1 month. Who knows? There is Rupa Shiksha in Dasha Ashwamedha Ghat in Varanasi, in Prayagraj, Allahabad, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was returning from Vrindavan, and then after he met in Varanasi, Benares, Sanatana Goswami. With one he talked 10 days and 30 days. So it was a long conversation actually, but here is captured like some 400 shlokas only. So then they speak about Shakti Avesha Avataras. Here, after this, and Lord Chaitanya says there are unlimited Shakti Avesha Avataras of Lord Krishna. Let me describe the chief among them. And he mentioned Bhakti Shakti, which is... Who is Bhakti Shakti? No. No, Narada Muni. Huh? Narada Muni. And there is Jnana Shakti, which are 4 persons. 4 Kumaras, who can name them? Sanatana Kumara, Sanak Kumar, Sanak, Sanatana, and Sanandana, something. Yeah, 4 Kumaras, Jnana Shakti, and there is mentioned, Prithu Maharaj and Ananta Shesha, the power of creation. The power of knowledge was invested in the 4 Kumaras, and the power of devotional service was invested in Narada. The power of creation was invested to Lord Brahma, and the power to carry innumerable planets was invested in Lord Ananta. Then the Supreme Personality of Godhead invested the power of personal service to Lord Shesha, and he invested the power to rule the earth in King Prithu, yeah, King Prithu. And Lord Parashuram received the power to kill rogues and miscreants. So there are many Shakti Avesha Avatara. It's mentioned also Buddha, Shankara, and especially we consider a Shakti Avesha Avatara our founder Acharya and main Shiksha Guru, called Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And I like in this temple he is very nicely positioned in between two altars. There was another altar here. I remember last time was Radha Madan Mohan. And very nicely positioned Srila Prabhupada here. And we are very fortunate to serve him. Also today is a Sankirtan festival, community festival in Passau. Yeah, we are all going after breakfast. We can all join, we can have a great time. It's very, I've heard about the concept. Usually in Slovenia, this Yuga Dharma team, we have a concept of 2 hours, 2-3 hours, singing, dancing, walking Harinam around the old towns or some tourist place. Like next time we go to Croatia, you can also come seaside doing and a lot. But here we have a concept in Passau that we stay in one place and we have a tent, we have a prasadam, we have a book distribution, of course, no? Biscuits, Mahaprasadam biscuits, what else? Holy name? Deities? Vaishnavas are like deities, yeah. Because they carry the Supreme Personality of Godhead in their hearts. No? So Vaishnavas are very special. They're dear to the Lord. No? Lord says, I'm not in Vaikuntha, but I'm there where Vaishnavas glorify me. When they sing holy name, Krishna is there, personally comes. Because the holy name is non-different from Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Namino. It says that the name of Krishna is Nam Chintamani, is the game, wish-fulfilling game. It can fulfill all desires, Svarga, Pavarga, Vaikuntha, Krishna Prema, whatever you like, holy name will give. You go to heaven, you become rich. We don't like this material desire, we want Krishna Prema, that is the ultimate desire. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Chaitanya means that this, when you say Krishna, Hare Krishna, this sound is Chaitanya, means the living force in immortality. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Rasa means the pure love, the mellow, devotional mellow of loving, devotional service to the Lord. And the holy name is the form. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Purna means is complete. Everything. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there is in the all 14 worlds, there is only holy name. There is nothing else. Purna, completely filled. Shuddha means pure, supreme pure, completely pure. Nitya Mukta means a person which is liberated, which is not materially. Abhinatvam Nama Nami means there is no difference between the holy name and the Krishna himself. A very powerful thing. So I hope we all come to Passau, because especially when we distribute holy name, prasadam and everything, when we associate with Nam Sankirtan, Yuga Dharma, this becomes even more powerful than in the temple. Krishna is very happy when we go out. Like in Slovenia we have Padayatra. No? So the deities, even they don't, here you also have Gornitai, very beautiful. The deities, they don't like to stay in some room there closed. They like to take fresh air, to see the people, no? My people, because they are like kings, no? They wonder what my people in Passau, they don't know who is the king, no? But Gornitai, they know they are my subjects, no? I want to give them mercy. Lord Gauranga, Nityananda especially, is looking around who to bless, no? They want to see many people, no? Especially. So this is this Sankirtan festival is a special opportunity, is very, very powerful. So I'm looking forward. We are very fortunate to be here on this day. So thank you very much for attention. Devotees, we have some 10 minutes for if somebody has a question, some criticizing me if I said something wrong, anything, commentary. You can open your heart in a commentary. What is bothering you? Please. Microphone, we have a mic? Huh?
Hare Krishna. So thank you for the lecture. I remembered when you were mentioning this that Lord Chaitanya said to Sanatana Goswami, or Sanatana Goswami told to Lord Chaitanya that people called me
learned scholar.
Learned scholar, yeah. And it was interesting to me when I went through all Srimad Bhagavatam lectures of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was mentioning many times this incident. It was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Many times.
It's very important teachings of instructions to Sanatana Goswami.
Yeah.
All philosophies here.
So of course Sanatana Goswami take a humble position, but I can see myself in this, in those statements that we think we are something in this world, that we know something, but in actuality. So my question is, how deep change of the heart we can expect from philosophical understanding that we are not this body? Because if we have experience, some people have this experience, but for those who don't have this philosophical understanding can make some change, but
it's dangerous. Philosophy is dangerous. It's necessary.
Because if you know everything just on a philosophical platform, it's...
Yeah.
So can you...
Good point. Like Lord Chaitanya, he said, Guru more murka deki. I don't know how to say in Bengali accent. He said, my Guru said, you're a fool, you will never understand philosophy, just chant Hare Krishna. But Lord Chaitanya was supreme logician. He was in Navadvip, the school of Navya Nyaya from Mithila, and he defeated all scholars. He was supreme scholar, but he said, my Guru said, you're murk, you're a fool. Don't take this, he was intending the philosophy, this mundane philosophy of logic, of Nyaya. But we have our Vaishnava philosophy, which is expressed in Bhagavad Gita. Gita Upanishad is the essence of Upanishad. Then Vaishnavas, we are Vedantists. We take Vedanta seriously. Dvaita, Dvaita, Shuddha Dvaita, Vishishta Dvaita, Dvaita, and we are Beda Vedanta school of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So philosophy is important, but philosophy is also dangerous. Because devotees, they take this stance, we are not this body, in a dogmatic way. So this point is explained in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are not these bodies. But before that, there is a first chapter, which is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, the yoga of lamentation. So this is the first yoga. First yoga is to express your heart, express your emotion, give it to the Lord. Otherwise, if we skip this and go immediately into philosophy, it's kind of weird. Like sometimes you ask devotee, how do you feel? And he says, I'm not this body, I'm not this body, my feelings are Maya, I am in Maya, I am unworthy, I am fallen, I don't deserve Krishna's love. So this is a mistake. It can become pathological in many ways. Fanaticism, fundamentalism, smarta brahmanism, like one memorizes by heart many shlokas, knows every word, how connects to different exegetical categories of analyzing the scripture, different hermeneutical, explanations of time, place, circumstance. So this can become dangerous if we if we neglect our emotions, because bhakti is about emotions. So the first step in bhakti is to surrender our emotions. Otherwise, if we go to we are not this body, it can damage us psychologically, can damage others with fanaticism, if we're not emotionally balanced. And then we put philosophy into perspective, like the cult of worship with love and devotion and philosophical explanation. We need both. Otherwise, it can become dry philosophy if we don't balance, if we don't offer our emotions to Krishna first. Arjuna offered, this is first yoga, he offered his failure to Krishna, repentance, his state of mind. No, I don't know if I answered.
Yeah, thank you.
In short.
So much. Yeah. Maybe we can also remember example regarding to how this scholar advancement is not connected to bhakti. Srila Prabhupada also often mentioning this incident, how one bhakta studying Bhagavad Gita, but he was illiterate. No, he cannot read. Opposite.
Yeah, he was
okay,
holding like this.
Yeah.
And everybody was making fun in Sri Rangam.
Of him. Yeah, in Sri Rangam, exactly. Yeah. And then one day Lord Chaitanya met him, and
yeah, this is an interesting story. This Brahmana, he was illiterate, because sometimes learned scholars are illiterate. Can you imagine that? Like Gorkishore Das Babaji, he had conclusions of all scriptures, but he couldn't even write his name, because it's a kind of a revelation. Like, so this Gita Panda, his guru told him in Sri Rangam, South India, you read Bhagavad Gita. So he couldn't read, but he followed the instruction of guru. And everybody was making fun of him. Look at him, he's reading Bhagavad Gita, ha ha ha. But actually, on the cover, it was not like this book, it was like that kind of different kind of books. There was a painting, hand painting of Krishna Arjuna. So Arjuna is putting his feet on Krishna's back, because that was the way to drive a chariot in battlefield. He was shooting arrows, and like we drive a car in a similar way. And when he saw this Gita Panda, when he saw this, he was starting to cry. He said, wow, how Krishna is merciful. He has such a loving, because they were good friends with Arjuna, such a loving relationship they had. No? That God himself, he allows that his devotee drives him like a chariot was like considered a low class. No? So he was crying. So when Lord Chaitanya saw this Brahmana, he said, you have understood Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Even illiterate. So it's a kind of, it's not a dry philosophy. Some philosophers, they memorize Gita by heart, but they don't have bhakti. They don't cry. So as he said, Lord Chaitanya, if you don't cry, your heart is like a stone. No? You speak about, you use the language of bhakti, but it's just some lip service. So it's important to understand the deeper meaning, of philosophy. Joy, thank you. We have time, it's 46 now,
Usually until
if you
9.
like.
I'm not the boss here, but usually it's until 9.
Till 9, not 45. Then go on. Okay, go on.
Thank you. I really think, first thing, I regret that I came at the end of the class. Seems like I missed a lot. And I really like your answer to Prabhuji's point. I once asked a similar question to my spiritual master. I told him we have this story of this Brahmana who was crying while reading the Gita. And we know that this is the goal actually, to develop this emotion for Krishna. But on the other hand, you're engaging us too much in studying Shastra and understanding Shastra and so on. So where is the balance? It seems like we cannot be constantly always emotional towards the Lord, and sometimes we are on the mental platform. So there's this also verse in Caitanya-caritāmṛta where I don't know who's speaking it, but that to fix the mind we need actually this understanding of Siddhanta.
Siddhanta Bolye.
Siddhanta Bolye Chitta Nakara Allah. So one should not be lazy in order to study the scriptures.
Strengthens the mind.
So maybe you can share something, because you seem that you read a lot and you memorize verses, but did it become easier for you actually to remember Krishna or to think spiritual topics more when you are studying this the philosophy? Because like I told you, we cannot always be emotional, crying for Krishna and so on.
So I don't understand.
Became easier for you to think of Krishna, to be more Krishna conscious just by understanding philosophy, like?
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada wanted that we understand philosophy also in a very systematic and methodic way, like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, and so on, Bhakti Sarvabhauma, Vedanta, whatever, these courses. And that we become like learned scholars in certain way, that we know philosophy, that we are not just sentimentalists, taking the process of bhakti cheaply. Just we have some sentiment. No, it's not good enough. Should be a combination, like Srila Prabhupada is called Bhakti Vedanta. And he says, he's very humble, Bhakti Nai Veda Nai. I don't have Bhakti, I don't have Veda. I have only this faith in the instruction of my spiritual master. He says, this is most important. I want to serve my Guru. He didn't say, but he was called Bhakti Vedanta because in the 1940s, 50s already his godbrother recognized he was very learned. But he said, the more important thing is to follow your Guru. And to follow his Guru, he came even in advanced age to America. And he was ready to serve devotees. This is called Acharya. Like once they were like devotees coming to 26 2nd Avenue, Matchless Gift. And this was at the beginning. And Prabhupada was like cooking for everybody. Then he was serving prasad, and then he was cleaving after everyone, and then he was washing the pots. And this Bhakta Steve became Satsvarup. He thought, but he is such a learned scholar, and he is behaving in such a humble way, serving everybody. And he was Prabhupada even waiting in line for toilet, for shower. No? And one day Steve said, but Swamiji, yes, can I wash pots? Yes, this would be very good. So Prabhupada, this is called Acharya, showing example. So first is an example to be a savior. Samsara Navanada Lida Loka. Second example to be a Harinam Sankirtan devotee, to serve Harinam Sankirtan, to approach people. So this is a very, when I started to approach people, they were like slamming doors in my face. So it hurts your heart, your ego, but it's a good school to balance, to learn relationship with humble servant and philosophy or whatever. So this is also spiritual master is teaching us to do like that. And the third is Shri Vigraharadhana Nityanana. Shri Vigraharadhana Nityanana. Shringara Tan Mandira. Shringara means go to the altar. Tan Mandira Marjana. Clean the temple room. Sometimes spiritual master shows example. And the fourth example is Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasadam, to serve prasadam, to cook prasadam, to enjoy other devotees relishing 4 kinds of prasadam, and so on. No? So it's not just philosophy, it's a service attitude which is multi-faceted, no? Multi-talented, multi-practic. No? One needs to become expert in many services, to serve devotees, to relish, to enjoy serving devotees. When you see devotees take prasadam, you enjoy more than eating prasadam. Should be like that. When you go to distribute books, you enjoy. You become like, when people take books, you're like super happy. When you clean the temple, you enjoy. You become very happy, no? So in this way, or even if you, I don't know, you are kind of scholarly devotee, there is no danger, no? This false pride, I'm better than others, I am this, that, will not influence you, no? If you have a service attitude to your guru, to devotees, to different things, to people in general, no? So I think this is the solution, how to balance, in short. Jai, thank you. Nice question. So we finish here. Somebody wants to say something urgent. Jai Shri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai, Shri Prahlad Nishingare ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.